All right, shalom, shalom. Hold on, let me turn this off. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the ahchyam out there, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the Israelite, to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Well, they are Israelites. But to the rest of the hopeful elect out there, say shalom to you. Alright, this video is going to be about why we are upset. Why GMS and like-minded brothers like me are obsessed with the M.O.T to the B. You know? And I'm going to start off with hold on. It's all about this right here. Second Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the most high power Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Read the one before it, because it goes along with it. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking forward, verse 12, and hasting unto the coming of the day of the most high power Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And verse 13, nevertheless we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelt righteousness, and that day has to come first. That day of Yahweh Shai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. And that's talking about the nukes flying, and the nukes ain't gonna fly until the M.O.T to the B is implemented. That's why we are obsessed with the MOTB, because we are looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High Power Yahweh. And how we know that the M.O.T to the B ain't gonna come until before. Well, how do we know that the missiles ain't gonna hit? The elements ain't gonna melt with fervent heat until after the nukes? Is this right here? Hold on. Do this. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Power Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, in the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. They have no rest day or night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High Power Yahweh forever and ever. And basically, the smoke of their torment is going to result from the nukes that are going to hit this bitch. They're going to hit America, man. You know, the third woe, right? This is the third woe. Revelation 9 and 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High Power Yahweh. Verse 14, saying to the six angels which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Verse 15, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for the slated third part of men. The third part of men is Esau Edom. Is Esau Edom, but you 2/3 are joined to this place, so you're gonna die the same way. You're gonna die the death of an Edomite. You know, the third part of men. Verse 16, and the number of the army of, matter of fact, let me get that. That are joined unto them. I'm not signed because I don't enjoy doing these videos. Just in case someone be like, see, he doesn't enjoy it. He's just doing it because he feels that he has to. Nah, it's because I got a lot on my mind. But anyways, fuck. Alright, I don't know what to do. I thought that's how it was spelled in the KJV. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes Satan just makes it so that you can't find the using the app for some reason. Sometimes it's literally not how it's spelled, but sometimes Satan be doing that. So you can't find the verse. And it's fucking annoying. Now that's fucking annoying. Yeah. Okay, so it's spelled like that. Well, sometimes it be spelled like different. But anyways, Isaiah 13 and 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And the sword is any type of weapon. And the missiles are referred to as the sword in this verse right here. So that's how you know it can it can mean that it's the ultimate form of the sword. In heaven. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon Idumea or Edom. That just means Edom. It's just a Greek way of saying Edom. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. So, hold on. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That is one way they are going to fall, by the sword. But anyways, yeah. But this judgment is for the third part of man, which is Esau, Edom. But also 2/3 of you Israelites, you so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds, aka Israelite foreigners here in the States, here in Babylon. You know, y'all are going to catch this judgment as well. But anyways, yeah. Verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, 200 million. And I heard the number of them. Verse 17, I saw, thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, war heads, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Verse 18, by these three were the third part of men killed, and by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Verse 19, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and at heads, and with them they do hurt. It's specifically meant for America, you know, this plague. Because, which America is where Esau Edom rules from. America is where the blessing of the sword of Esau Edom is located at. You know, so-called the biggest, so-called the strongest military on earth, right? Which now it's been, I say so-called because now it's been considerably weakened. But, you know, that's where Esau's blessing is at. And it's not a permanent blessing, it's a temporary blessing. But, basically that has to come to pass before, because this is also talking about the same thing. It's talking about the missiles. That we're going to hit. It's basically okay. Basically, okay, this is in the process of happening right here, but as it happens completely. Verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Verse 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth into the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Most High Power, Yahweh Almighty. Verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Verse 16. And he gathereth them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which really is Armageddon. And that's the process of happening, but it hasn't happened completely. It hasn't happened soon. It hasn't happened all the way. There's still some prophecies that need to be fulfilled, like the M.O.T. Right after comes this one. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of the heaven from the throne, saying, It is done, it is done. So it comes right after the sixth one. Verse 18, and there were voices and thunders, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty earthquake and so great. Verse 19, and the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High Power, Yahweh, to give her unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Yeah. As that them nukes are gonna hit, and it's gonna cause that earthquake. All the nukes hitting. Both the land of Israel and the U.S. All that land getting obliterated. All them people getting obliterated by them nukes. Getting eliminated in the most horrifying way by them nukes. It's gonna cause all them explosions. It's gonna cause the earthquake. Great earthquake, right? Such as was not since when men were upon the earth. Verse 18. So mighty an earthquake and so great. Verse 19. And the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High Power, Yahweh, to give unto her the cup of the fierceness of his wrath. Verse 20, and every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. Which it could be talking about the earthquake, but also it's talking about the government the government is symbolic, talking about the governments of the heathen um, being basically, well, I know it's talking like literally about the great earthquake moving shit around. But there's probably a symbolic meaning. I just don't, got it down pat right now. But it's probably some symbolic meaning to it as well. If there isn't, somebody correct me. If there is, somebody let me know in the comment below. But there probably is. But verse 21, and there fell upon man a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And this talking about the missiles. And it's just being described in a different way. And men blasphemed the Most High Power Yahweh because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. It's just talking about the missiles in a different way, describing them in a different way because there was no word for nuclear missiles in the scriptures. And so, for this to happen, though, also how you know that it happens before the M.O.T to the B happens before is Revelation 15, 1 and 4, 1 down to 4. And then I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. From them is filled up the wrath of the Most High Power Yahweh. Verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire, and then they had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High Power Yahweh. Verse 3, and the sea of glass mingled with fire is how it's going to look like. Them, the elect, the elect standing in them chariots, looking down upon the earth, and the nukes hitting Babylon. The nukes destroying Babylon. That's how it's gonna look, like a sea of glass mingled with fire. Verse 3, and they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High Power Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, the most Lord Yahweh Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Verse 4, who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh Shem Shai, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee. For thy judgments are made manifest. For thy judgments are made manifest, they come to pass. But with that, I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the ahchyam out there. Spread this truth like wildfire, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Shalom, stay strong. Ababa Ball. Death to Babylon. Abadla Adwamium. Death to these Edomites. Abadla Gawayim. Death to these other nations. Abadla Ayab Yamnawa. Death to the rest of our enemy. Death to our enemies. The rest of our enemies being 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds, aka Israelite foreigners that live here in the States. 2/3 of y'all as well are through. And you wicked Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth, you know, hey, y'all are included in that. Shalom, stay strong, Ababa Ball, and Yasharallah forever. Shalom.